George Zimmerman was just arrested and charged with aggravated assault, battery, domestic violence, and criminal mischief. His 27-year-old girlfriend called 911 and described how he was breaking her stuff and threatening her. She also has said that he choked her at one point. That part, I should mention, has not been verified yet, although I wouldn't be surprised if/when it does become verified. But all the other things are, and we actually have the 911 tape that was released by the police department. Let's listen.
Are you serious?
911, do you need police, fire, medical?
I need police right now.
Okay, what's your address?
You're the one that's breaking stuff in my house.
Ma'am. What's going on?
He's in my house breaking all my shit because I asked him to leave. He has his freaking gun breaking all of my stuff right now. No, this is not...
Okay.
I'm doing this again? You just broke my glass table, you just broke my sunglasses, and you put your gun in my freaking face and told me to get the fuck out because this is not your house. No, get out of here.
Okay, what is your name? Okay, where's his weapon at?
He just put it down.
Okay, and this is 13.
No, get out of my house. Do not push me out of my house. Please get out of my house. You're gonna... Are you serious right now?
Or, I'm sorry.
Are you kidding me? He just pushed me out of my house and locked me out.
Okay, you're outside now?
Yeah, he locked me out of my house.
Okay, what's your phone number? Okay, I've got units on the way. Is there some place safe that you can step away from?
He has everything of mine inside.
Okay, I want you to step away from the door, okay? I don't want you anywhere near him. I know you're frustrated.
Dude, he knows how to do this. He knows how to play this game.
Yeah, why am I not surprised? If I was somebody on the Zimmerman jury, I would feel like the biggest douchebag in the world today. And everybody who was on that jury, you should feel like douchebags. You're not that bright. You fell for the rhetorical tricks of a good lawyer and you didn't focus on the facts. When the facts were, George Zimmerman, with the whole Trayvon situation, he was told by the 911 dispatcher when he started running after Trayvon, the dispatcher said, "We don't need you to do that." In other words, stop and wait for the police to come. Get your ass back in the car. This isn't vigilante justice. This isn't 1836 in the wild fucking West. But what did he do? He chased after Trayvon, and then at some point there was a dispute, and Zimmerman shoots Trayvon, but Zimmerman got away with self-defense, but he chased Trayvon, and Trayvon was running because he was scared for his life, which, as we know now, was a totally rational thing to be afraid of because of what Zimmerman ended up doing. But even if Trayvon had turned around at one point and started fighting to protect himself from Zimmerman, wouldn't that be Trayvon standing his ground? I mean, to me, the more time goes by, the more apparent it becomes that they, in the original case with Trayvon, the jury botched it. There was a fantastic defense lawyer and a horrible prosecution in that case. And this shows you the kind of character that George Zimmerman is. So first of all, let me go through other things in his history, his criminal history here. His wife recently claimed that he was a domestic abuser. Now, you can put an asterisk by that because we don't know for sure about that yet. But let me continue here, and then you can form your own conclusion about the kind of person Zimmerman is. There was also a dispute about around early September when George Zimmerman got into a standoff with his father-in-law and his wife, and Shelley Zimmerman recorded what she claimed was George attacking her father-in-law. She recorded it on the iPad, and he supposedly threatened them with a gun as well. Now, all that evidence was on the iPad, and what happened? Before the cops came, Zimmerman smashed the iPad, and it was in 1,000 pieces on the ground. So, gee, I wonder, is this another case of the big bad world framing innocent, good old little boy George Zimmerman? In 2005, Zimmerman was also arrested and charged with resisting officer with violence and battery of law enforcement officer, both of which are third-degree felonies. The charge was reduced to resisting officer without violence and then waived when he entered an alcohol education program, which he agreed to do as a plea deal. Contemporaneous accounts indicate that he shoved an officer who was questioning a friend for alleged underage drinking at an Orange County bar. In August 2005, Zimmerman's ex-fiancée, Veronica Zuazo, filed a civil motion for a restraining order alleging domestic violence in that case as well. So this is two separate examples of domestic violence. This is the third one here. Zimmerman counterfiled for a restraining order against Zuazo, and the competing claims were resolved with both restraining orders being granted. And then also, this is another barely reported at all fact, which blew my mind, and this wasn't allowed as evidence into the trial. Zimmerman's cousin says he molested her for 13 years, starting at age 6. She also, by the way, in a long discussion, mentioned to the media how in the Zimmerman household, they were openly and overtly racist. And not just George, but his mom as well would talk about, I didn't vote for Obama because Obama's black and I'm racist. So overt, it was overt. So when you look at the totality of this guy's situation in his life, and also how many times has he been pulled over for speeding at ridiculous numbers since the event. There's been 3 or 4 articles about that since then. And speeding is nothing, but I'm just saying there's a trend here of somebody breaking the law and feeling invincible. Why? All because that jury originally said, yeah, we buy your lawyer's line of bullshit that you're the victim somehow, and we're going to let you go and not even find you guilty of manslaughter.